Today, I want to talk about something that I hear quite often from the women in our community, and that is I don't have the motivation. I struggle to stay consistent. I just can't seem to get started. And if that sounds familiar, then the great news is it's none of those things. The real problem is that what can happen is we're thinking that it needs to be bigger than it actually is. And that holds us where we are with those thoughts. And so today I'm going to share some ridiculously small steps, as well as when I worked out in my PJs and why that could be the answer for you as well too. And why does this matter? Because quite often we can wait for the perfect plan or the perfect time or motivation to hit us. But when we do that, it is just another day that we're not building strength that we're going to need at some point in our life. And I really have learnt this the hard way when I've watched my family go through the struggles that they've gone through. And I'll talk about that a little bit more as we dig in. Firstly, what I want to start with is this real problem isn't what you think it is. So it's not really that you don't have motivation, as an example, because I'm pretty sure that you're probably motivated to do lots of other things. And it's just this, I need to exercise, and this looks like this. I need to do 6 days a week, and I need to strength train, and I need to walk 10,000 steps a day. Plus, I've also need to go out rucking, and there's so much information out there, right? And what's probably happening is you're a little overwhelmed by the whole situation, and it feels too big. And so that just holds us there. And we keep thinking, I'm just not motivated. But you probably are, because you are motivated to do other things. Because right now you are standing at the bottom of that mountain and you're looking at the top of it and you're thinking, I've got to climb everything right now and get it all done. But you don't. And when it comes to thinking that you are struggling to get started, what you're probably saying there is, I can't commit to 3 days a week or 6 days a week. I can't commit to hour-long gym sessions. And so therefore, why bother with the whole thing? And this is where the perfectionism mind comes in, because it's looking for that complete plan. It's looking for the guarantees. It's looking for the right time instead of just doing that small thing, something, some form of action. Now, when I was in my 40s, my body was starting to change and I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was nana napping in the afternoon. And this seriously wasn't me. I did not feel like myself. And I went to the doctors. They couldn't find out what was wrong. Long story. Anyway, what ended up happening was we identified what the problem was. But what happened was this hit me like a ton of bricks, because I had those memories of watching daily life change for my nana. That she lost her independence just slowly, just day by day, because of these chronic illnesses that she had. I'm seeing it in my mum. They've lost the ability to do the things that they loved, the things that they enjoyed, and that strength that they had was just slipping away little by little. And what happened then in my 40s was I knew I needed to do something, because if I didn't do something, I was going to end up like the women in my family. And how I approached it might be very different to how you approached it, because I went, I need to do something. So I did. I walked into the gym for the first time in my life and I said, okay, I want to strength train and let's just sign me up. And, they were going through all the bits and pieces. And I just went, yeah, let's just get started, because if I take too long to do this, I'm not going to do it. I need to take the action right now whilst I walk through this door. But here's what the perfectionism brain really doesn't understand. It doesn't understand that movement is cumulative. So every single squat that you do, every step that you take, every flight of stairs that you walk up, all of this matters. And it seriously does add up over time. And this is where this silly step solution comes in. So you're ready to dig into it? I'm sure you're going to be thinking, I can do that. So it's about trying something. This first step that you're going to take is so ridiculously small that your brain can't argue with it. It's just got to seem silly. So, and here's the real secret. What I want you to do is this small step you're going to take, this silly step, I want you to think about something that you're already doing. So you're going to use some type of existing part of your routine as a trigger to get you to remember or to decide to do this one small step. And that way you're going to do it automatically instead of standing at the bottom of that cliff or that mountain and looking up there and thinking, I'm just never going to find the motivation or get started with this. So here's some ideas for you. We all go to the bathroom. So when you go to that bathroom, I want you to do one squat. That's it. You're already there. You're already squatting because you're going to sit on the toilet. So do one extra sit on the toilet. So finish your business, stand up, and then sit back down again and stand back up again. You've just done one squat. Now think about it. How many times throughout the day do you go to the bathroom? Probably quite a few. Because if you're a postmenopausal woman like I am, it means we probably go a little more often. Now, what else could you do? When you go, after you've gone to the bathroom, you're going to go in and wash your hands. So you've got the tap running, so you might as well use your time wisely. Do a push-up on that vanity. That's it. Just one push-up. That's it. If you feel like you want to do more, then go ahead and do more, but just one push-up. And if you think about that, how many could that add up to during the course of the day? And here's one of my personal favorites. When you're brushing your teeth, do some front kicks. And if your balance is a little bit iffy these days, then maybe stand on one leg while you're cleaning your teeth. Now, we're supposed to clean our teeth for around 2 minutes. We do it twice a day. That's 4 minutes of movement that you weren't actually doing before, that you are now doing now. Ridiculously silly, right? And that's where these silly steps come in. Let's talk about some more silly steps for real life. You're feeling tired and you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, God, I'm so tired. What am I going to do? What you're going to do is you're going to get up and you're going to walk around. You're going to walk around your office. You're going to walk down the hallway. You're going to walk around outside your house. It doesn't matter what it is, but just get your body moving. Get up out of the chair. If you are feeling tired right now, stand up and take a little walk, because that actual burst of energy that is going to give you will fight through that tiredness that you're feeling right now. And it's better than you sitting there willing yourself to feel more energetic. You're actually taking some action on it and you feel a lot better afterwards. And here's the one that I personally love. And this one is that you can't be bothered getting dressed. Now, you know, on those cold mornings here, I really just don't want to get out of my nice warm PJs. And so I don't. I go into the online studio, I log in and I say hello to everybody, and I do my workout in my PJs. So I don't bother changing clothes because, you know, quite frankly, if I had to think about it some of those days, I probably wouldn't do those workouts. I've also walked around the streets in my PJs. Now, I live in the country, so it's probably okay. I'm not going to be coming across too many people during that walk. But the thing is that we don't have to make ourselves pretty to do these things because we're already gorgeous anyway. One of my really, really favorite things to do as well is when the kettle boils. So instead of standing there, staring at it, waiting for it to get the job done, again, try some push-ups on that kitchen bench. Maybe, you know, 7, whatever number you feel like, pick a number and then do 7 jumping jacks. Now, that 2 to 3 minutes that kettle boils means you've just done some type of strength and cardio whilst you've been waiting. And, you know, you might be drinking a few more cuppas throughout the day as well. And so think about that 2 or 3 minutes, how much movement that has added up to. Now, here's the really, my favorite. And I have seriously got 8,000 steps doing this particular thing. And that is when my phone rings or when I'm having a meeting on the phone, I walk and I talk because guess what? We all know how to walk and talk. And so all you're doing is you're moving your body. You're a lot more animated whilst you're having that conversation. You're a lot more engaged when you're having that conversation. You're also probably a little bit more creative at the time as well too, because movement does all of those things. You're already doing something, so you might as well take advantage of it. So why does this actually work? Because what happens is all of a sudden you think, this is so silly. I actually have been avoiding something, but I've actually done something. So you think, is that it really? I can do that because it's so small. That's that breakthrough moment when you go from, I can't get started, I'm not consistent, I don't have the motivation to, I just did it because it was ridiculously small. So the magic here isn't in the one squat or the one push-up. The magic is in you proving to yourself that you can take action. And I know that you can. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having unlimited time or having an ideal plan. What it's about is just moving your body for that 30 seconds or that time that it takes to do that extra thing. And the thing is that you're already doing something else at the same time. So you're taking advantage of that. You're not looking for more time. And once you prove to yourself that you can do this one small thing and you do it consistently, something starts to shift. You start to think, well, if I can do that, then maybe I can do whatever else it is that you've been thinking about doing. And before you know it, you're looking for more opportunities to move. But here's the thing. I don't want you to rush this. Master that silly step. Make it automatic. Make it so you do it without thinking about it. And then, and only then add something else. So each week I like to finish these up with some type of move moment. As you can tell, I'm all about moving and moving more often. And so right now, I want you to pick one existing habit that you have that you do each and every day, whether that be brushing your teeth, combing your hair, making your bed, making coffee, going to the bathroom, washing your hands. You just get to choose one of those things. That's it. Just choose one. Then you add some type of tiny movement to it. Now, it might be one of those examples that I've given you, or it might be something else that resonates more with you. But I want you to do this for at least 3 days. So every time you do that one thing, you're adding that movement to it. And that's it. It's going to feel silly because it's just so small, it's insignificant, but it isn't. Because when you do it each and every day, it is adding up for you. So you're not trying to get fit today. You are just trying to prove to yourself that you can take action. And that's really everything, that you are taking action. So here's what's really important. Once you get moving, you believe in yourself more, you feel more confident, and that flow-on effect that you get, you feel more in control of the life that you want. Because here's what I've learned from watching my nana and my mother. Doing nothing isn't nothing. It's a choice to gradual giving up pieces of your independence, your strength, your ability to live the life that you want. So your challenge this week is to pick your silly step and do it for 3 days. And let me know that you've got it done for 3 days and tell me how you felt about it. You probably felt a little silly, but as the days went on, you went, this is easy. I've got this. And if you get beyond the 3 days, well done as well too. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you very soon. Take care.